Report to the people, Jack.
Damn right I did.
All right.
Shit. Gotta take one person. My bad.
Was it David Newhigh?
That's your
chance.
job.
Oh, that's my job.
Bro, no, it's been your job.
Did you text Liam or did you text Cody? Tell him to join the live. I think Andrew's. Yeah, as I said before, Andrew's joining.
Andrew's joining.
He told me to say some crazy takes. Just to say crazy takes. Just say it. Say crazy takes. Just to say crazy takes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. Text David.
All right. Text has been sent. I should come with like, oh dude, I got a great one. Another great topic that will be up here. Make a crazy take on that.
All right.
Who's the greatest line of all time?
Who's the greatest?
We can say that for later. I gotta say it for later. Just give you time to think.
You're good, Jack, on the audio part, just so you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just
All right,
heard it.
sounds good.
You're good. But all right.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, mine as well.
All right. First topic to start off. Noah, give us your backstory on how you know the All-American Valley Boys.
Well, I met you a long time ago, and I started like getting like kind of becoming friends with you when we joined the Giants. But I met you. We went to elementary school together, so I met you like kindergarten around there.
Yeah.
But met Owen when we were in preschool together. We have some wonderful stories about that we could use for a different time. But yeah, I met Owen in preschool. Played football together, 7th, 8th grade. Played basketball for years, all that stuff. Just known him a long time. It's good to be here. Jack, baseball. Played baseball with him for 5 years, around there, around that time. Played basketball with you too, and football. Yeah, I forgot. I played football. But yeah, I've known you guys a long time. It's awesome to be here. Happy to excited to start being on the pod with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining. It's great to have a special guest here.
Yes, definitely.
We got some great questions coming up, so excited to see how the podcast progresses. Shall we get into the topics? All right. First question starting off relatively close to home. As you know, Chippewa Valley, you're on the football team.
I am so, yes.
How's the football team looking this year, and do you think you're going to crack the starting lineup?
And
if so, what position?
No, I actually do. I do think I'm going to crack the starting lineup. It was hard last year. I got a bit injured. Still a bit injured right now. I have a bone spur in my ankle and some floating cartilage around there, but I'm working through it. But I'm thinking I'm going to crack the starting lineup. But and also as a team perspective, we need to work hard to accomplish our goals. We're playing one of the best teams historically in the state for our first game, and we're playing on a big stage at a college football field on live TV. So it's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of nerves. People are going to be messing up, but we need to stay strong, stay true to our practice, our training. But we're coming with a chip on our shoulder. We've lost to our rivals lost to Dakota, our rivals, the past 4 years. It's been rough in that front. And then we lost to Romeo twice last year. So we definitely need to beat them because they are our homecoming game this year.
Both tough losses last year.
Oh yeah.
Heartbreakers.
They were heartbreakers. Yep. Very big heartbreakers. But it was our offense is looking really awesome. We have an awesome starting quarterback. As you guys know, Andrew Schuster. You played basketball with him. Yep. You've known him. You know him from around. But he's a great guy. But he's a great football player as well. Yeah. We have a couple good linemen in Devontae Love and AJ Wright. They are very, very intense people. So
both of them play college ball.
They're both playing college ball. You guys know Ray-Sean Hester.
Yep.
Eastern Michigan commit. Ray-Sean Hester. He's coming off injury. He just got his cast taken off actually. So we'll see how that plays out. But he's looking good. He's pushing everyone hard. And our number one, our star of the Chippewa Valley football team, Deshaun Lanier. He's got like 3 SEC offers, Ole Miss, a ton of other places,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, West
He's
Virginia.
yep.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
got
all across the map.
he's got offers from everywhere. He needs a breakout. He needs a breakout season. He needs to showcase what he can do in tough situations, playing tough teams. So
is there going to be any notable player that's just elevated their game from here to up here that have really just come out of nowhere?
For me, I would have to say our linebackers. All of our linebackers have just came from nowhere. We were predominantly senior linebacker group last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we only had really one time where a linebacker played that wasn't a senior, and that was Jordan Byers.
Yeah.
He's stepping it up this year. He's doing pretty well. And I think I don't know, you guys know his name is Nico. He's looking pretty good. He's bulked up. And I know you're Matt Kralka. He's putting work in. Matt Kralka is putting work in. I work out with him every day at the morning workouts, and he's putting some hard work in.
Mm-hmm.
So out of people who are breakouts, it's going to be our linebackers. They are some athletes.
And if I'm not mistaken, Matt Kralka, he was on the team last year, as we know, right?
Yes, he was not.
Do you think he has a great chance to crack the starting lineup as a dude who missed junior year of football?
I think he can, but that's all about how hard he works.
Yeah.
If he works his ass off, he'll crack the starting lineup.
Yep.
But he needs to show up, needs to learn the schemes, and he needs to show that he's working harder than every other player in that position. And it's going to be tough because there are some hard workers. So
I mean, that's great to see. Good competition. Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. That creates a good football team and a good football culture. So that's definitely great to see. And I'm excited just for what the season has to offer.
Yes,
And
definitely.
as a fan,
Especially after last season,
yeah, I'm excited to watch.
Being there for that Romeo game.
Yeah.
It's very, very heartbreaking.
Evan says, Jack, you better not oversleep again. Yeah.
It was
heartbreaking.
I overslept today for practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
On my own. Yeah.
Hey,
That's not good, man.
how's Evan doing? I heard he's getting back into it.
He's getting there, honestly. I think it's kind of sad that it's really sad actually that he missed his junior year of cross country.
Mm-hmm.
And his sophomore year he was really close to breaking sub 20, and as we know, sub 20 gets a varsity letter.
It does.
And this year he's been running his last mile at a faster 5K pace than his 5K. So
Oh wow.
I'm interested to see really how he does. And his tempos are going faster than his 5K pace, and he's been absolutely working hard. And I love to see. I run with him on easy days. He keeps up. I ran with him on his 10K PR 2 weeks ago, and I'm excited. I'm expecting a great season, and he's gonna have a big role on the team.
He's been telling me we went golfing yesterday or 2 days. I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. We went golfing with Evan. I was asking him about how it's going. He's like he told me you've been working him hard, and he's excited to get back into it. He said he's going to be locking in for the season.
Yep, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad to see him go off to tennis, but I feel like he belongs more on the cross country team. That fits more of his he has a better opportunity in cross country than he does. Tennis.
He does.
Probably yes.
Jackson lying. He's not oversleeping. He's not trying to run.
Who said that?
Disc golf guys. Fave basketball teams? Question mark. Mine's got to be the Sparks, the WNBA team.
Oh, I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, I didn't know they existed either, but
the LA Sparks.
LA Sparks. Good
stuff. My favorite basketball team's got to be the Detroit Pistons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we all know what.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Golden State.
Been a fan for a while, so.
You got the Golden State sock on your golf club. I see it every time.
I think we're ready to move on to more Michigan State sports because, as you guys can probably tell, Noah is a huge MSU Spartans fan, and we got some tough questions for you to answer here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tough.
You know, we're gonna
I'm
talk about.
I'm gonna do some adjusting. You do.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the Michigan State's football team. Since Keon Coleman and Jaden Reed left, who do you think is gonna be the player to step up and be the stud player, be the best player on the team?
You know, it needs to be Trey Mosley.
Yeah.
It needs to be Trey Mosley, Jalen Berger. They need to be. It needs to be them. I don't know if it's going to be them.
Yeah.
But they are the people that need to step up. They need to show that they can perform at a high level this year because they didn't do that last year, in my opinion. They didn't do that last year, and it cost us. And even with superior talent last year, with Jaden Reed and all them and all the receivers from last year, and we didn't perform well.
Yeah.
So they need to step their game up, and maybe some backups like Antonio Gates. Maybe he needs to do something special.
Yeah, because he's got the big name.
He does have the big name
after his Hall of Fame dad.
Yes.
And if he can resemble a good amount of what how good of a player his dad was,
At least half of it.
he should definitely shine at
first
Michigan
day.
State.
Yeah.
So, but, now that we're talking about star players, not really a star player here, Peyton Thorne. I'm sure you have some interesting, a very hot take on him. Not a hot take, but a take that Peyton Thorne probably wouldn't like.
Yeah. I think Peyton Thorne. I liked him, obviously. I think he was a bit of a pretender because the best player on our team was obviously Kenneth Walker, who snubbed the Lions a chance at the playoffs, which kind of hurt me as a State fan. I think he was a bit of a pretender, and he obviously showed that last year. He didn't perform well with couldn't. We didn't have anyone to take the pressure off of him.
Yeah.
So the constant pressure all game. It got to him, and it obviously got to him, and it didn't do well. It didn't bode well for us.
I feel like. Sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like a comparison to that would be the NFL comparison to that would be Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry.
Yes.
Derrick Henry takes a lot of attention off of Ryan Tannehill. Same thing. Kenneth Walker took a lot of attention off of Peyton Thorne. It opened up the passing game a bit. But
yes.
Now that Peyton Thorne's gone, who do you think's gonna be the new starter?
I think it's going to be Noah Kim. Noah Kim is somewhat known. He threw a couple touchdowns last year. I think he's got 100% complete percentage right now, but I could be wrong. But he needs to make himself known. Yeah. No one knows who he is. No one knows who Noah Kim is. He needs to show college football that he's here and he's ready to play. And that's what Michigan State has to do as a team.
Yeah, it's true. So what you're saying is Michigan State had a really underwhelming year last year.
Yes.
What they got to do is everybody's got to step up, going from the players to the coaches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And speaking of the coaches, as we all know, Mel Tucker is the head coach of Michigan State, and after having a very underwhelming year, what does this season mean for him? Is he on the hot seat?
I think I don't think I know he's on the hot seat. There's much that needs to he said this year this is the best or most talented team he's ever coached. If the most talented team he's ever coached doesn't perform well, that's going to put him in a tough position because we paid this man a lot of money, and he looked like he probably is he is a great coach. He is a great coach. Don't get me wrong, but he needs to show that he can win without a star player like Kenneth Walker. But he needs it's really show out this year, or maybe just think about what's next for him.
Yeah,
because if he can't show out this year, who knows what's going to happen to him, because there's already fans that are not happy with him. There's already people that aren't completely on the Mel Tucker train anymore.
Yeah.
Because Tuck was coming last year. We thought Tuck was coming last year.
That's all I heard in the
Yeah,
offseason.
that's all I heard too. That's all I had. I have a Tuck coming shirt. Tuck needs to keep coming.
So do you believe that the team has gotten better? Or do you think it's gotten like dumpster pit horrible?
I don't know yet though. It's hard to tell because we lost a lot of players, but we have gained a lot of players in transfers or recruiting. Like
It's true.
our kicker, Tarek. I'm a basic.
Yep.
He was an amazing player. His leg strength is pristine. I don't think he missed a field goal last year.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Tarek is a Chippewa Valley alum. And
Yes.
he's the reason that Chippewa was even in games. Like I know the CC game.
Yeah.
He really saved you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, definitely a big reason for why Chippewa won as many games as they did,
That's true.
even from the kicker position.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to be an absolute dog for Michigan State.
Yes.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
He's going to score a lot of points.
It's
That's
great.
for sure.
It's great to see a local kid
That's
go
true.
off a really Power 5, football team.
He's got the path to the NFL.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
really, truly does.
yeah. You just look at him in the hallways. You just in school. You're like, wow, that's a kicker.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pretty tall dude. As
Yeah.
Noah was saying off camera, he's
6'2", 6'3",
he's
yeah.
pretty
Oh,
ripped.
he's a big dude. He's the real deal. He is the real deal.
David asked a question. What do you think Michigan State's record is going to be this upcoming year?
Oh, wow. Well, I think we're going to start the season strong. Central Michigan, Richmond. I think we can win that game. We can win those two games.
Mhm.
Then we have Washington. Michael Penix destroyed us last year. He ran all over us.
He looked like a Heisman.
He looked like a Heisman player.
Mhm.
I don't know about that game. Penn State, Ohio. Penn State, we can.
That's going to be tough.
That's going to be a tough
Yeah.
game. Ohio State, it's always a tough game. Michigan, it's always a tough game. Like those are three potential losses right there.
Mhm.
And Washington, there's always a potential loss there. God, I don't even know. It's too hard to tell for now. I would give us. I'd go about maybe 6 wins. We can beat Rutgers, Nebraska, Minnesota.
Yeah, so
All the
all the
Bottom
bad
of the
Big Ten.
all the bad Big
Big Tens
Tens.
on the west side.
All the West, all the
Yeah.
West Big Ten schools. We can beat all them. But once it comes to the big Big Ten,
Yeah.
that's where it'll give
Yeah.
us some work.
The east side that actually is a Big Ten.
Yes.
Like, if we look at the other side, what schools are really
Wisconsin.
good, consistently
say-
good though?
I'd say like Iowa is like the only one.
But
Iowa.
Iowa has the worst
can-
off. Like
That
Oh.
consistently makes a bowl game and like stuff like that. Like it's
Yeah.
Iowa. That's it.
They could be a great team if they could
They
score
could
points.
if they could score points.
Hey,
Yes.
maybe they can. They got Cade McNamara.
Paul.
So
Cade McNamara is coming with a chip on his shoulder. He is.
Yeah.
He's going to be angry.
That's true.
He's
He
playing
lost.
angry.
and he's
He
probably
lost
gonna
his
get
starting
an
spot.
easy ride to the Big Ten championship. To be completely honest,
That's true.
I don't see anybody on the
No.
West.
No, because
Even-
Wisconsin's on the downfall for sure
Mhm.
after their
They've been on the
allegations.
downfall.
Northwestern is out of the picture.
They're out of the
Yeah.
picture.
Out of
Yeah.
the picture now.
All the stuff that's came out recently.
I guess the only competition is Purdue.
And that's true.
But
What does Purdue
that's-
really have?
Not really much.
They lost their fifth-year quarterback.
Yep. David Bell. He's not on their team anymore, is he?
Nope.
Yep. He's gone.
It's been gone for I
Yeah.
think a year.
Yeah. I think he was on last year. I have a question for you guys.
Oh, okay.
So, when Michigan went to the college football playoffs for the first time
Yeah.
with Cade McNamara, they had a great season.
Yep.
What would go through your mind as Michigan fans when Harbaugh made the decision to bench Cade after he had such a good year? He brought your team to, I guess, the promised land. Beat
Ohio State.
Ohio
Ohio
State. Like
State.
you guys, like he essentially, like brought you guys into fruition,
Brought us back to life.
brought us back to life.
Yeah.
What went through your head, and how else would you handle that situation as
Go
Michigan
first, or you
fans?
want me
Yeah,
to?
I can definitely speak from how I felt. I love JJ and I love Cade McNamara, both great quarterbacks. But it was definitely tough when I heard it. Because like I said, I just like you said, I just think of him beating Ohio State, him getting us to a Big Ten championship for the first time in a long time,
Yes.
Mhm.
getting us to the first time for the college football playoffs.
Mhm.
I mean, it definitely was sad to see, but I could see what Jim Harbaugh was thinking by it. No, if we don't start JJ this year, then he's going to leave. Just go somewhere else.
Yep.
And I was okay with the decision, but there's definitely I wouldn't say sour, but it was just sad feelings.
It felt like it needed to be done.
Yeah, it's just
You
kind
know,
of it didn't
like-
feel right though.
Like the first 3 games after that, just watching the QB competition, Cade was he did not look like Cade McNamara from last year.
Yeah, it looked like he was
Um,
trying to do too much.
Yeah, he looked like, against Hawaii, I think it was. He threw like 2 picks against Hawaii,
Yeah.
which was horrible.
Yeah,
And, just watching that game, you could just see Cade just
Playing
fading out of the
nervous.
program. And then he got injured, which made it even worse for him to not even have pretty much a spot. And then JJ just took over after that. So, it was just the right decision for the future.
it was,
Mhm.
yeah. The first game of the season against Colorado State, I think it was.
Yeah,
The Rams.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first drive, you could tell he was trying to do too much. He tried throwing
Yeah.
a long pass and didn't look at it at all.
And his long ball has always been pretty bad.
Yeah,
So
so-
the fact that he tried that.
Yeah, and then his short route was rough.
Mhm.
He just looked like he was trying to do too much and he got too nervous, and the pressure got to him, which was definitely sad to see. Because he's the calm, cool, collected quarterback that makes the reads, doesn't turn the ball over a lot, and you could definitely tell that he was nervous about something. So,
Definitely was.
yeah, those are my opinions on
Mhm.
what had to go through, what happened last year. And,
Uh-huh.
but,
Yeah.
yeah. Since we're talking about how you're a fan of sports teams and all that, what got you interested in sports? What got you interested in Michigan State, the Lions, Pistons? What got you interested in all that?
Well, I wasn't a big I played sports from a young age because my parents were like, "Oh, you need to try everything, see what you like, see what you don't like." So I did everything. I swam, I wrestled, I did everything. Decided what I liked and what I didn't like, and I eventually specialized. But I don't know. Football got me into football. Like liking football was I played in this league called the Sterling Heights Football League, and it was kind of like they had this league. It was like in between tackle and flag, and like I got to learn about the game. I got to learn like how things worked. I met a lot of friends there, and I have met great memories from that short league, like that short little time span of playing in that league. Like I was in that league when the famous he has trouble with the snap moment.
Oh,
I was playing my own football game, and our sideline erupts, and like everyone like thinks someone died, something happened, and then the parents are like, "Oh my God, Michigan State won!" And that's just like a core memory in my mind, just like. And then I'm like, "Oh my God, I need to see this game." And then once I rewatched the game, I just like, "Wow, that was awesome!"
You saw the Michigan fan holding his head low.
I saw that picture and I'm like, wow, like I love like the feeling of that like win was like, wow, I've been missing out. I need to watch these. I need to watch these games. I need to like get a team. Like that's where I started to love the Lions and I started following them and however heartbreaking season they ended up with. But yeah, that's where it started. My love of the game started.
Yeah, I remember I started watching football about a year before, and Michigan had a really bad football team, and Michigan State was really good. They made the college football playoffs with Connor Cook,
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
and they were a great team. And it was always making me upset when they would just kill Michigan.
Mhm.
And I remember, going into that year, they just hired Jim Harbaugh. First game against Michigan State, we're outplaying them for most of the game, and then our punter, who was really good, kicked an 80-yard punt that game. Really hadn't made a mistake all season. Muffs the punt, tries to do too much, and then Michigan State wins. And it was definitely. I remember watching that as a 10-year-old kid. I think I was like 10.
Yeah, I think you were about 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 10
That's
or
a while
9.
ago.
I remember I was so sad. I was so heartbroken.
Yeah.
But there's not really too much to say about that except for Michigan State won the game,
Yeah,
and
you just got to accept
Yeah,
it.
You got to accept it. Yeah.
accepted that our player made the mistake, and
That's
They took advantage of it.
that's I mean that's what you got to do with everything. Like as I'll go back to it when Kenneth Walker ran down the Rams' throat, we had to accept it. We had to accept that. Man, we played our best. Dan Campbell had a great year, but it was over.
Yeah, definitely. Missing the playoffs was terrible because it was out of our control, and we ended up winning the game.
We won the game.
That would have got us to the playoffs, but Baker Mayfield sold. And
Yeah.
I don't really like talking about that too much because it hurts a lot.
Yep, it makes me angry.
Because all that winning and coming back from 1-6 to just go 9-8 and miss the playoffs because of a tiebreaker because we lost to Seattle earlier, like 52-48 or some garbage
We
like
lost
that.
to Buffalo on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And we probably should have
lost
won.
to the
Stephon Diggs
Vikings.
Stephon Diggs
Cooked.
cooked. He cooked the last drive. He just had one drive and he just cooked it.
He had like 8 yards all game.
Yeah. He got locked down.
And then all of a sudden he gets 3 really long passes that he catches. And next thing you know, the Bills make a field goal. Just like that. Lions and their big winning streak.
I mean, even like that Vikings game,
Yeah,
we were dominating the entire game, and then all of a sudden they just had this one drive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was always just one drive at the end.
Yeah.
It was just the stab. Right
Even
there.
the Cowboys game, we were up 63 at halftime, and the next thing you know, we lose the game 24-6.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Did you guys not make any adjustments? This 4 games that really just slipped out of our hand. And
Yeah. I mean, even going into Carolina, it looked like an easy win. Carolina was in shambles after the McCaffrey trade, and then all of a sudden they beat us like 31 to something.
Oh yeah, I just turned the game off. I turned
it
the
was
game off
so
and
bad.
I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Patriots, we get it. I mean, we could just keep going. Like the Patriots beat us like 24-3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
You should not lose to the Patriots, especially that roster, 24-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just horrible. God, any of those games we win, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It really makes you think as a fan, like all the things that they did that could have been easily changed or things could have been done differently. Even the Eagles, we decided we were going to score all our points in the fourth quarter.
That's true.
What happened for 3 other quarters?
That's true.
That
we
is true.
could have beaten the Eagles right off the bat.
Yep, and they're a team that made the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And
Their roster was stacked.
AJ Brown, Jason Kelsey, Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts,
Monte Smith,
everybody.
Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay.
Yep.
But,
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about the Lions, what are your predictions for their season? How many wins do you think they're going to get, and will they or will they not make the playoffs?
I think they will make the playoffs. I'm not just saying that because I'm a home guy. I really think they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm predicting around 11 wins, around there. 11-6. Way like that. I could see. I really think they're going to win the division.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chicago has Justin Fields and DJ Moore, right?
Yep.
DJ Moore, like
Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool sucks.
Think about it. They lost their running back.
To us.
Yeah.
David
Montgomery.
And very underrated.
Their defense is in
underrated.
shambles.
Yeah, so the Bears, I mean, we do need to worry, but we don't need to worry.
They're a few years away from being a
contender.
Contender then.
And then the Vikings, I feel like we got to always worry about the Vikings. Vikings always got something brewing there. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, although he's a boring quarterback. He's just a classic pocket passer, but he makes the throws and he does well.
And he also has conveniently the best wide receiver in the NFL.
He does. Yeah.
So
the thing that I take away with the Vikings is if you look at their roster from last year, their defense got gutted.
yes,
They did.
Their good defense last year is really
that's true. Losing
it's not
Zadarius
people.
Smith to the Browns was crucial.
Mhm.
Like as much as people look over that, that's crucial.
He's a linebacker that just makes plays,
Yes.
gets tackles, does his job, and that's really what they're missing out on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a big blow.
Yep.
So yeah,
And then the Packers,
I
mean,
there's a very obvious answer here.
Are in
Yeah.
shambles.
they're in shambles. Let's see.
Losing Rodgers.
Losing Rodgers.
The number one wide receiver.
Number one
being
wide
Christian
receiver.
Watson.
Yeah, and
I mean,
that's
that's not
I
a good
mean,
look.
they have a defense. They have a defense.
They have a defense.
They have a
yes.
defense. They have a really good cornerback.
They still have a
No.
defense. They
Yeah.
always draft defense, so they're always going to have one.
Yeah. So
But-
they'll always, the Packers are the Packers. They'll find a way to do stuff. But I think the Lions have the strongest team
Mhm.
like in our division.
Oh, yeah.
Like our defense got beefed up. Like our linebackers are crazy. Like we have Malcolm. We have I think Sam Laporta. We have Alex Anzalone. CJ Gardner Johnson's new.
Kirby Joseph,
Kirby Joseph. Oh, he's
Campbell.
awesome.
Jack
Jack Campbell.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Jameer Gibbs hopefully can live up to the hype that
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've been seeing.
We honestly gained more and we didn't lose that much.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because we still got St. Brown, Jared Goff. Jared Goff,
We
honestly,
actually gained a lot more.
A lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like Jared Goff, but he does his job. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. And when it comes time to making that big third down play, he makes it.
Yeah, and I think our running backs complement each other very well. Like
Yeah.
we have the power running in David Montgomery
And
and
the elusive.
in Jameer Gibbs. Yeah, and then we can always line them up in the slot. Always line them up in the slot. Put them out there with St. Brown, and then you have two very elusive wide receivers that
Yeah.
you have to worry about covering. And then when JMO gets back, I mean, it's gonna be tough for DBs to cover our
Yeah,
receiving
I
core.
think an underrated player that just gets completely overlooked is Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
Him and Jared Goff, since going back to the Los Angeles Rams, they've had such a great dynamic duo, and they always just find each other. And I think that's a very underrated player. So when
it is.
JMO was suspended for the first 6 games, I think 6 games, right?
Yep,
Yes, 6 games.
Yeah, I think we'll be just fine just because Reynolds and Jared Goff pair together good. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but they pair together great.
And we have a Marvin Jones back in the Honolulu Blue, so
Veteran presence.
he'll get back into the system easily. So
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
Now that we're on the topic of the NFL, we have this segment with all of our special guests. Way too early Super Bowl predictions. Let us know. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Chiefs.
Mhm.
They're the easy pick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who's better than them. I don't know anyone who's better than them. The Eagles are good, but
Anybody last year?
not last year. The Eagles will give them a run, but I still think the Chiefs got it for at least another year because Andy Reid is probably one of the best offensive minded coaches ever. He's just a great coach. And I mean the Chargers, I mean, look, they'll give them some problem in their division, but
You got to think of the Bengals.
Bengals.
Joe Burrow-
that's the Joe Burrow. Like
If Joe Burrow's healthy, you can't count out the Bengals.
You cannot count out the Bengals.
that's the only reason I was counting out the Bengals because Joe Burrow hurt his calf. That's didn't even like
No
without
contact.
him. Who
No
else? Like
contact.
who's their quarterback now?
It's Trevor Siemian and Jacob Browning.
Yeah,
So a former Heisman candidate and Jacob Browning at Washington, but
Yep.
just not really that good in the
No.
NFL. And then Trevor Siemian, former Northwestern quarterback. So then
Yeah.
they haven't really
No.
done anything in their career. So
No,
no,
you just gotta pray that Joe Burrow's healthy, or else
they do.
it's gonna be a downhill slope for sure.
Uh-huh.
so that it's a respectable pick, even though it's probably the most
Yeah, the
most
most
chosen.
obvious. Most obvious, but
Now moving on to more of the sports in general, not just our hometown teams and Super Bowl predictions. Breaking news: Justin Verlander 2 hours ago got traded back to the Houston Astros from the New York Mets, and he actually won a ring with the Houston Astros during their scandal. And any of you guys got thoughts on that?
You know, I mean, Verlander's still. I think he's still a good pitcher. He's
He's like fine wine, honestly.
yeah.
For a while, he was getting better as he got older.
Yeah, I think the scandal. I really hope he had nothing to do with that. Like he had nothing to do with that scandal. Like I really hope he didn't know because I loved him when he played here. Like he was a good. I thought he was a good guy,
Yeah.
good player. But And I think he'll do good back in Houston.
Yeah.
They like him there, so he'll do well with the fans. So.
'Cause it seems like he's a very loyal player. Because when he was here in Detroit, when he got traded off in 2016, he really didn't want to get traded. Like he said,
Yeah.
he was going to try to fight through the dog years of the Tigers. You know, that's
Still happening.
Still currently going
Currently
on.
going on.
Shout out Al Avila for that one.
Yeah.
Absolute dumbass. But you know, I think I think this is a good trade for the Astros because they're trying to make a playoff push and trying to contend for that World Series. Is all most teams should be doing.
And they just took the lead back in their division too.
Yep.
So
it's
a very key trade for
they're
that.
trying to make a push.
They are.
Very good trade.
Honestly.
Very good trade.
You get a solid starting pitcher. Even for him being 40 years old, he still can win you a game and can give up like 2 runs a game.
And the Mets are
dogs.
So
Mets are dogs.
They're like 20 games under 500.
They're dog.
That's why they traded away Max Scherzer. They're just clearing house.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely not trying to make any kind of a push right now.
No.
I didn't watch the Mets. I don't never watch the Mets. I don't pay attention to the Mets. The only reason I know, like, I really have any sort of involvement with the Mets is I watch Frank the Tank. You guys know Frank the Tank? Frank the Tank.
Shout out,
Shout out Barstool. Yeah, Frank the Tank. He's so funny. That's the only reason I pay attention to the
He just
Mets.
absolutely freaks out when the Mets do anything bad or like the Dolphins.
Oh yeah,
He's so funny to watch.
it's very fun to watch.
Honestly, yeah. Shout out Frank the Tank.
Shout out Frank the Tank.
Still on the topic of baseball, another trade that happened 2 hours ago. Tigers pitcher, all-star pitcher, Michael Lorenzen, gets traded to the Philadelphia Phillies. I think this just shows, as Detroit Tigers fans, that they are not intending to try to push to be at the top of the division.
We can never have anything good.
Never.
No.
We can never have anything good. We just give it away or they die out here.
Yeah,
You know, it's
honestly.
Or they retire early because they hate it so much.
Yep. I mean, the Tigers just in 2014 were a really great team. They had JD Martinez, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Castellanos,
Fielder,
Rick
Fielder,
Porcello, Cabrera when
his
he was
prime.
his prime was a long time.
Yes.
Alex Avila, starting catcher.
Dude, the reason he was there was because his dad for the GM of the team.
Actually, wasn't James McCann still on the team back then?
James McCann was
Yeah.
no, he was a rookie in
Yeah,
2015. I
Yeah,
think.
that's right.
So he just missed that. But we had all those players, but we traded away 3 Cy Young caliber pitchers for pennies, for pennies and peanuts. Like,
Yeah,
and
not
then we traded away JD Martinez to Boston for nothing.
nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
We traded away Castellanos for nothing. Chris Fielder was old; he retired. It's expected.
Expected.
And then Ian Kinsler got bad; he stopped playing. And Cabrera was the only one who stayed here because he has a 10-year, $1 million, like
Yeah,
ton
tons of money.
So
Just
he's got to pay off all those baby mamas. 2 baby mamas and a wife who lives like a queen.
Oh yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet you all of them live like a queen, even though there's baby mamas.
oh yeah, no, dude, just 2 of them filed for child support, so he's got 2 families that he doesn't even live with, and then he's got his wife who has a lifestyle as a queen, so spends all of his money.
Yeah.
You know, I was be trifling.
Women.
Lemon.
Women.
Yeah, but no, can't get too
Great.
controversial here because some people might get a little upset.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit upset.
Just a little bit upset. But going on to
We did have a heated debate one time.
we had a heated debate on the WNBA.
WNBA
People just don't understand, like
economy and all that.
just economics behind it.
Economic.
I think
Economics.
just how money works. in
Here's the
general.
thing. Here's the thing. Who's gonna pay them money if there's no money to pay them?
And this is the argument I had. The NBA teams made their league like these are NBA owners just buying, making a team.
Yes.
They're billions of dollars, and the WNBA loses money,
They do.
and so if they wanted to get paid, they'd actually have to pay it's a loophole of just if women want their own league, women got to support the women.
That's true. Like
I've never heard
Exactly.
legitimately, I've never heard a woman say, "You guys gonna go watch the game tonight?"
never
Never
heard it. Like just the same thing with our amazing United States women's national team, the soccer.
Dude, I saw a poll on Twitter. It was like, "So how are you guys planning on watching this game?" Is by Bleacher Report or something like that. It was, sleep and wake up just before the game or stay up the entire night and watch it. I saw some dude in the comments say, "I'm just gonna sleep peacefully through it, knowing that I'm not watching that game." I was like,
Well, I mean, I didn't even know the World Cup was going on.
"Neither did I."
Not till like they like were like winning or like in the championship or something like that.
I saw them training for doing bad, and they're usually a good team. I thought.
Yeah, they're doing pretty bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're bad. Oh, they're whatever.
So I saw something on Twitter. This is the
They tied
first time
with
since like
Portugal.
Yeah,
2011 since they haven't done good.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. I saw this like meme or something like women's team like in the championship, no one watched, and that's I don't.
It's a prime example of America.
Yeah,
Towards-
they
I
have-
don't know. I don't watch. I don't
Towards
understand
soccer.
watch.
They have a win and 2 ties.
and I didn't know that.
I didn't-
Portugal as a women's team is pretty bad, as of what I heard, and they tied them 0-0. So
Yeah.
the women's soccer team's going downhill, meaning we have now nothing for soccer,
Yeah,
pretty much, because the men's is horrible,
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. So
yeah. I remember we got all excited when we tied like Great Britain or something like that.
Oh yeah. Kristen Pulisic, I think is his name.
yeah,
That's the only guy I know.
Dude sacrificed his nuts for his country.
That's funny.
Shout out to Christian Pulisic.
yeah.
But moving back to the NFL and to Detroit, who do you think is the greatest Detroit line of all time?
Oh, that's easy. That's so easy.
I feel like there's only two respectable.
There's
ones.
two. There's
respectable
one
ones.
answer, and then there's one debatable answer.
Yeah.
The answer is Barry Sanders.
Yep.
Barry
Yes.
Sanders is. I mean I never watched him actually play, but I've looked up his highlights. I've looked up everything. Like, if you can make a grown man in the NFL,
Three grown dudes.
three grown dudes just stop, like literally stop because they think you're tackled, and like just look around like this, you're amazing.
You guys seen the picture of him against the Saints where they have two cornerbacks actually lined up against him?
Oh, Megatron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And it wasn't like a punt or anything like that.
Yeah, Megatron is
They're legit.
Megatron was
covering.
ridiculous. Even in college too, at
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Mhm.
Holy crap.
Both debatably could have been the best players at the position if they kept playing.
That's
Because
true.
Barry Sanders, as we know, retired after 9 years, and he almost has the most rushing yards of all time, compared to Emmitt Smith, who played 20 years.
Yeah.
So he played more than double his career and is only a few hundred yards behind him. And then Calvin Johnson retired after 9 years because he hated playing
Had
for
one of the
Detroit.
best seasons
Yep.
Yeah.
ever as a wide receiver.
Yep.
Probably the best.
Wasn't that the
season
year
ever.
Matt Patricia came?
No, it's a few years later,
I thought he retired. I thought
2017.
no, yeah,
So I was in,
Yeah.
'cause we were in 5th grade when he retired.
yeah.
Patricia was like when we were in 6th grade.
Oh yeah.
And then he got fired in
A year later.
8th grade or
Eighth
something
grade,
like that.
yeah.
It was nothing. It was
I hate
God.
I hate Patricia. I hated Patricia.
He set us back, I think. Like
He did
a
set
year
us
or
back.
two.
Yeah.
I think we would already be good if it wasn't for Patricia.
Well, no one wanted to play for him.
He wants to. He's a coach who says the Patriot way, but if that's the Patriot way, I don't want any part of it.
I don't know
That's
how
true.
the Patriots won with the Patriot way. If that's the Patriot way,
It's because Tom Brady was taking
Tom
pay
Brady.
cuts and then
Yeah. And getting
they,
players.
They
I
can use
mean,
money around
Yep.
that he wasn't using.
I mean, literally got.
he doesn't need
Randy
to use
Moss.
it. His wife's 10 times richer than he is. Not anymore, but
Ex-wife.
ex-wife.
At
Yeah.
the time, though,
At the time, he was. Yeah.
he was living. But I mean, I don't know. Both generational players that you just can say, what if?
Yeah.
Because Barry Sanders had a 2,000 rushing yard season, only very exclusive club for running backs.
Yes.
So I mean, definitely a lot of what ifs to talk about there.
Mm-hmm.
Staying on the Detroit Lions for one more topic. Jameson Williams is having early training camp struggles. Yesterday, the reports were saying that he had such a bad day of practice, he started fighting teammates out of frustration. And then he was reportedly saying quotes of, "I'm going to be the best one day," in response to him just saying that he's competitive or something like that. It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
It's interesting.
I think he's angry.
Definitely.
I bet you they told him last year, like, you need to take a rest. Like, you're limited. You're limited in minutes. And I bet he wasn't happy about that. I bet no rookie would be.
Any competitor.
Any competitor would be. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
But he made a mistake this year. So he's even more sidelined. There's no room in his, like, there's nowhere he can like compete ever.
Yeah.
So he's got to try to show he's a big man in training camp. I think these reports are somewhat bold,
Yes,
somewhat
skewed a
bullshit.
bit. Yeah,
skewed a bit.
because I'm not doubting that he had probably a rough day at camp where he was dropping passes, but fights happen in training camp all the time. Like
I mean, Travis
Kelsey
Kelce.
had
Travis
two fights.
Kelce and the Browns.
Or the Browns
That
one.
ran-
But if you guys
That
ever,
was funny.
if you guys have ever
I
watched
remember
Hard Knocks,
the
there's a fight like all the time where there's conjoined practices and I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, conjoined practices. There's going to be a fight.
Yeah,
in conjoined
but when
practice.
there's a big name player or somebody who has a little bit of controversial,
I mean, this is
Things
Jameson
happen.
Williams too. He's on the rise. And,
suspended.
yep, suspended.
And
So,
Travis Kelce, really best tight end in the league.
yep,
I mean,
There's no need for him to be punching people though.
yeah,
that's
He's-
true. The thing that the guy did, I see.
Yeah,
the
he's
video,
just
it
trying to-
wasn't- He's just trying to compete, really.
yeah, but everybody
Trying to
tries
make it
to
better.
blow it up bigger than it actually is. Like it's
Yes.
it's not like there's a ton of players across the league who get in fights, but only a few people who are really popular get the negative effects from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely tough for JMO because, getting suspended, having an ACL injury, definitely is probably taking a toll on him mentally.
Hmm.
He's just trying to prove, like what Noah said, he's trying to prove that he's not a waste of a first round pick.
Yep.
After getting traded up for. So I think he just had a bad day and everybody's blowing it up.
I think that too.
So I think he'll be just fine when he gets back from being suspended.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Staying on to the NFL, as we all know, first preseason game is happening this Thursday. The NFL Hall of Fame game on Thursday between
Jets and the
the
Browns.
New York
right?
Jets and Cleveland Browns. You guys excited for that? Football's gonna be back for the first time in
Oh yeah.
6
Wow.
months.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
It's
Thank
so
God.
long.
Holy
I've had.
cow.
I mean, MLB is not fun to watch. So
Oh no.
No.
So
Especially
this
when-
is
especially
gonna
when
be
your team's
fun.
the Tigers.
yeah. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna
Yeah.
be some fun football to watch.
I don't even care that the starters are going to play probably one drive at most. I don't even care about
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see some football.
Me too.
Ooh,
Because-
maybe even getting a sneak peek at Garrett Wilson or something. That would be
Maybe.
Maybe
the hope.
the
The
hope.
hope is there.
The hope's
I'm
there.
just excited to see football.
That's true.
As a football fan,
And of course, what we have cooking for
yeah. future
in a
podcasts,
month.
I mean, and
Watch
these
that
games are going to be
countdown.
competitive because these people are trying to make the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be competitive games.
It's always fun to watch the third stringers who are on the line of getting cut or making
Yep.
like the last roster spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun seeing them compete because they try to make a mark.
Yep.
And make themselves noted as a player to keep.
Mhm.
It's always fun to see like an example last year for Hard Knocks. Who's our like third string running back? I'm tripping on his name.
Oh, Johnson, that guy.
Yeah, and nonetheless, he was competing like an absolute animal, and he actually ended up going from one of the last people to make the team to being a role player when Swift was injured a lot.
Was it Justin Jackson?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Justin Johnson,
For
something
the
like
Chargers?
that.
I don't know. I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about
We had
though.
like 4 running backs.
Didn't we
last
just-
year
didn't we
that
just
played.
re-sign him?
They were good.
Yeah, we just resigned him. Yeah.
So Justin Jackson.
He's going to be the
For the
third string,
Chargers.
Yeah.
which I'm okay with. He's
He's
does
good.
his job. He
Yep.
doesn't make that much mistakes, so it's solid to have. A recent thing that just happened today. Lots of players are getting two game suspensions because of PEDs. Ronald Jones is probably the most notable one for the Buccaneers, or not for the Chiefs.
Ronald
Okay.
Jones.
Ronald Jones the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I did see that.
And what are your guys' really thoughts on this? I haven't looked into it too much, but
Well, who is it? Is it like,
It's like
is,
Ronald-
is that the biggest name, Ronald Jones?
yeah, it's all the players who are.
Oh, okay.
Not-
So
not
then
that
they're. Because
I-
Ronald Jones is on his downfall for sure. He's been on like 3 different teams.
And he's a running back.
And he's a running back. We all know, we've already had that discussion a couple times here.
Dying position.
You know, it's just a dying position at this point, and hopefully someone can bring it alive. Saquon, of course.
I hope someone
We
can bring it
talked about
alive.
that, how
Running backs,
Saquon-
Saquon
awesome.
sent them back so farther
Mhm.
than he probably thinks.
Yeah.
Taking that little of a pay raise and taking it is just, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
No.
If
not
I was a
at
running
all.
back like Jonathan Taylor, I'd be super pissed at him.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor requested a trade too.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
Good for him. Good for him.
yeah, no, but the GM's saying that he's not going to trade him, and
Yeah.
Pay the man.
he's being a hypocrite. He's not going to pay him because he's scared of the running back position. He doesn't think he's going to be worth it, but he doesn't want to trade him because he's scared that he's not going to get what he's actually worth. So he's just
It's an in between where you don't want to be, for sure.
he doesn't want to fold and be the guy to pay the running backs.
I mean, honestly, if Anthony Richardson pans out, the Colts could be deadly. So if I was the GM, I'd be hesitant too. Just because that run game could open up like crazy.
Well,
just how athletic he is.
Here's the thing: if Anthony Richardson, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. So having a good running back like Jonathan Taylor can take that pressure off of him. So I mean, and even like Jonathan Taylor, like running backs don't last very long in the league. Maybe 8-10 years max.
No,
not that's like max.
Nowadays it's like
6.
four in their prime.
If you make it to your second contract, then you've done good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you get a good second contract, that's probably all you're going to get.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Well, yeah. Then sign him for maybe 2 years. Take some pressure off Trent or Anthony Richardson, and that's what I would do. That's what I would.
Nobody
do.
wants to take a 1-year deal, unless you're Saquon.
Unless you're Saquon Barkley.
1-year deals feels like you're just replacing what anyone.
Inevitable, yeah, delaying the inevitable.
You don't feel comfortable in your situation. But if you're on like anywhere from 2 to 4, it's gonna be way easier to play and all that. But I mean, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Some recent stuff that's happened today, I believe. The NFL top 100, 41 through 50. Or was that yesterday?
50 through 41 was yesterday, and today was 40 through 31.
All right. Yeah, I'm
I'll
to
try
be
to
honest,
pull
I
that
don't
up.
really like paying attention to that because I know it's going to be controversial nonetheless, and I just get pissed off seeing it. Like Trevor Lawrence at 96 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Kirk Cousins was announced, I don't know where, but within that range, which
I like Kirk Cousins. I always think he's a good quarterback.
Michigan State alone.
He is. Oh yeah, that's right. He is
Honestly.
a Michigan State alum.
Very underrated college quarterback.
Yes. I mean,
Crazy story
Yeah.
that he has. Drafted on the same team in the same class as Robert Griffin III, who was the first overall pick.
yeah.
all right, well, I have 50 through 41.
All right.
I'll tell you that. I'll try to get 40 through 31.
Hit us with 50 through 41 or whatever it is.
All right, Cameron Jordan is at 50. Patrick Surtain is at 49,
It's all right.
which
I mean,
Patrick Surtain should be higher just because he's top 2 cornerback in the league, I think. Hassan Reddick of the Eagles.
yeah, he's a good player. Underrated in my opinion.
He's all right. Yeah.
Cooper Kupp at 47.
For a dude who didn't play for a dude who missed a good amount of the season,
I don't.
That's a little generous.
It's controversial, but he was 3 last year, and he was 4, I believe. But Aaron Rodgers felt just about as much. So, C.J. Mosley at 46
That's
for the
really
Jets.
that's high. That's
Yeah.
it's way too high in my opinion.
Cameron Hayward at 45.
That's respectable. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He does that consistently.
Yeah.
So
I'm not upset with that.
Jalen Waddle,
wow.
giving him a lot of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's respectable. Was he
Is
a good year?
Tyreek? Is he above Tyreek?
No.
No.
he
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill has not been named.
Okay, that's good.
Demario Davis at 43.
He's actually a really good linebacker. So I'm okay with that.
And then Kirk Cousins at 42, which, he deserves to be on this list. Don't get me wrong, but the quarterbacks that he's in front of,
is he
Dak,
really
Lamar,
like
T-Law.
40 plus spots better than Trevor Lawrence.
That's true.
So
Actually, it's
I
it's
think
50.
I think Lamar's better than Kirk, but I think Kirk proved himself though. That's the only. I think
he definitely did.
he proved himself, and I mean Lamar proved himself a while ago. He won that MVP season was a while ago, wasn't it? Like how long? 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I
2019.
mean,
Yeah,
I feel like
2019.
he's been under the radar for the past couple.
Kirk.
No, Lamar. Sorry, I haven't really heard anything.
Lamar's been battling injuries.
Injuries,
and
yeah.
It's tough to replicate an MVP season when nobody's ever seen that type of an MVP season before.
Yeah.
And teams figure you out. A lot of things happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I'm honestly a big Kirk supporter. Honestly, even though he's a rivalry team to the Lions and he went to Michigan State, a rivalry to the college that I like. And I feel like he's always just been underrated. He always puts up 4,000 plus yards, 30 plus touchdowns, and he never gets any props. He's never even mentioned for top 15. There's debates that he's not even the top 15 quarterback, which I think are ridiculous.
Yeah. Nice.
It's just pure haterade to a pure pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lane Johnson is 41,
I mean,
which he's just offensive tackle for Eagles.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Eagles players.
I think Lane Johnson's a little high. Should be a little bit back.
Here we go. I found 40 through 31. Here we go. Quentin Williams at 40. Very
For the
well
Jets,
deserved.
right?
Very
Yeah.
well deserved. Yes. He's a
Yeah,
dog.
okay, that's respectable.
He's a
I'll
dog.
give
Yeah.
him that.
39 Jamar Chase.
Ooh, he should be a little higher.
Yeah.
I think he should be a little higher.
He's
He's
like
a lot higher.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I mean, I think he's around like number.
20s are
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like, he's like I think he's number top 5, 6 receivers in the league.
top 3, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than
Justin
like
Jefferson.
Just Jefferson, Cooper, Cup.
I mean, if
I'd
we're
give it to
thinking like
Cup. Devontae.
like fantasy, he's going to be the second receiver off the board.
Honestly, I
behind
have
Justin
I have
yeah.
him better than Devontae Adams. I think he's third behind Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, then Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just because those two are such an impact to the NFL. Tyreek Hill with his speed, and then Justin Jefferson after what he did last year,
Mhm.
just ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
38, it's Khalil Mack. Believe it or
Wow.
not,
He
it's
does not put
Khalil
up
Mack.
numbers anymore.
Never.
Nope.
Like,
I
ever since he got traded-
totally
ever
forgot he
since-
went to.
Ever since he got traded from Oakland at the time
Yep.
to Chicago,
Yep.
his career fell off. Let's be completely honest with
Chicago,
ourselves.
Chicago, he did something
For like a year.
Yeah.
for like a
After-
year
he was
when
good
they
in
went to the
Chicago.
But
playoffs.
he didn't put up the same amount of numbers that he did.
But yeah, he didn't replicate it. And honestly, looking at the Madden ratings, I don't even think he was up there, like at all,
Okay, yeah.
as a defensive end, like at all.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of sense because he hasn't really.
I mean, that was surprising.
He gets
That's
like
surprising.
He gets like Aaron Donald treatment. He gets rated way higher than
The
what he should
next
be.
one is Jason Kelsey.
I like that.
I like that too.
Very good. Yeah, very
He's good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Line.
Could be higher just because of what his impact was
Oh,
to that Super Bowl run. But
I
yeah,
respect it.
Jalen Ramsey at 36,
Yeah,
Being-
that's good. I think
being
he should be
considerably the
higher.
best
He should
corner.
be higher, honestly.
Yeah.
He could very, very well be top 20.
Did we talk about Sauce? Has Sauce been on this list yet?
I'm not sure.
Because that would be crazy if Sauce is because Sauce should be on this list.
He should be on
if
this
those
list.
two are on that list.
I mean,
So the fact if he's not on this list at 31,
me personally, I think Sauce is the best cornerback in the league. He's going to be the best quarterback.
well, yeah,
this
he's
year.
going to be.
He
Yeah.
will be.
But like based off of last year, I think he's top 3 behind Surtain.
And Ramsey.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
yeah.
Surtain had a better.
Because Surtain's kind of on that rise of Sauce, but Sauce is doing I think double as much, so he'll pass him up this year.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Ramsey's
35
fine.
is McCaffrey.
Just hates running backs.
Yeah,
Honestly.
dude, yeah.
I think. I mean, McCaffrey, like in my
He should be
fantasy,
top 30.
even in fantasy, like I would draft him
top
like
3.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, first
maybe even
3
first
5,
overall.
3 to 5. Yeah.
You can make the argument, yeah. And then 34 is CeeDee Lamb, which over Jamar Chase
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's-
I don't like that.
and Jalen Waddle. I mean, I guess maybe Waddle. you
Maybe
could
he
make an
he
argument.
he can make an argument to go both
Jalen
ways.
Waddle's-
Jamar Chase is definitely better than Tito.
Ooh, that
Yes.
doesn't-
Yeah,
That doesn't
doesn't
sit
sit
well.
well.
I don't know.
Matthew Judon
Yeah,
is
that's
at 33.
Mhm.
He's dominant
Dog
every
for the
year.
Patriots.
Dominant every year. Jay Herbo at 32.
He had a little bit of. I kind of understand that because he had a very underwhelming year, but yeah, I think that's respectable just because he kind of didn't have the year that everybody expected him to have.
And of course,
He'll bounce back.
I said McCaffrey at 35, but Saquon's at 31.
Wow,
Actually,
that's I don't like that.
Because
I kind of
They
understand. that
kind of
because
produce the same, and McCaffrey played less, but I'll let you say.
Here's the thing. McCaffrey's on a team with a lot more weapons: Kittle, Samuel, Ayuk. If you look at the Giants, he is that guy.
That's true.
Daniel Jones looks a lot better and gets paid just because of what Saquon does. And there's nobody else who's really that good on the Giants as of last year. So I can see why they have Barkley ahead of him.
Yeah, I can see that. But doesn't mean I agree with it. But I could see it.
You can go either way, but
Yeah.
I understand why they do it.
Okay, so I'm looking through the list. I do not see Sauce Gardner, believe it or not.
They're gonna give him top.
So
they're gonna
Sauce
give
going
him
to be
top
top 30 in the NFL top. His debut, NFL top
30. That'd
100.
be crazy.
That's a lot of pressure on him.
Over Jalen Ramsey and Pat Surtain. I mean, this is player voted too, so he does get a lot of love around the league. So
That's a lot to live up to. It's a lot to live up to.
I mean, most people, of course, like Rodgers and them, they slip off, and that's just what happens. So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But
That it for the.
I think
players.
that's it from the
That's it. Yeah.
topics. Yeah, that's all they have for now.
I think they made it a little bit better than like from 90s to 70s. I think they've done a better job, but there's definitely some players I just don't think should be as high as they are. But no, we'll move on. Sunday, Mac Jones was seen with a picture having dinner with Zeke Elliott on the same side of the table. There's a picture of them. Mac Jones is on the left, Zeke's on the right, and then they're looking straight at a window. So they're not sitting across from each other. They're sitting right next to each other.
Yes.
And, not going to say anything on that. It's just a little weird.
Maybe there's a babe on the other side of that table that no one can see.
Yeah, but I mean, there might be a great view.
Did they show the other side?
They not showed the other side. There was nobody.
There was nobody?
Nobody. There was
God.
nobody. So, I mean,
Oh, no.
That's
there was
not
a window,
good.
There was a window, though. Maybe there was a great view.
Maybe there was a good view.
Maybe there's a great view after. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they were bird watching outside that window. Bird watching outside the
Hey,
window.
man, wherever calms down an NFL player.
I guess Mac Jones is doing whatever it takes to get Ezekiel Elliott to the
Whatever it
Patriots.
takes.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
But can't really talk to them much about that except for the fact that I don't
It's
see why
interesting.
Zeke would go to the Patriots.
Well, we did talk about
He
that,
needs
like,
somewhere to go. He has nowhere to go.
We did
needs
talk
some-
about
Nobody
that.
really
Like,
wants him. He fell off big time.
yeah, the Patriots already have an established run game, so the fact that they would add somebody like Ezekiel Elliott, what did I say?
David says, I can't say about it. Did you guys hear about Jay Herb and Quentin Johnson?
Yes.
Did we just talk about them?
No.
Or what happened?
No, we talked about
What
Herbert,
happened? Yeah.
but they've had a lot of connections in practice.
Yeah, sure.
Like just Quentin Johnson just dominating. They're saying he could possibly be the wide receiver one
Over Keenan Allen.
over Keenan Allen and Mike Williams after the season. So that would be legitly crazy.
Yeah.
But
Moving on to another top running back who's up there. Dalvin Cook.
mhm.
His visit with the Jets went very good, from what reports have been saying. I mean, he's going back to Florida now to continue to train, but
Yep.
it looks like he could be a new New York Jet. So
I want to see an Aaron Rodgers and Dalvin Cook dinner with them sitting next to each other.
that would be something. Honestly,
Dude, that'd be crazy.
not too much to talk about that there, but
What about since we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, what about the Aaron Rodgers thing about with him and Sean Payton?
oh yeah,
What's been going on with that?
Keep my coach's name out your mouth. I mean, I respect it because he's just he's showing
He's
that
protecting his
he's
coach.
protecting his coach, honestly.
That's I feel like there's not much there. Just Sean Payton needs to shut up.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I mean, I don't know.
David says they've been hanging out together maybe in LA and they were just holding hands between Justin Herbert and Quentin Johnson.
Oh, that I did not hear about that.
I'm sure maybe David's probably just joking here, but yeah.
Hey man, LA is a weird city.
That's
LA
true.
Weird stuff happens at LA. Weird stuff happens in LA.
Yeah,
That's true.
those are all the topics I got.
That's all the topics you got.
Yep. Not too much happened between Saturday and today. So,
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
This was a little quick one.
Yeah.
Quick little 1 hour stream. Solid.
Yeah, definitely.
I had fun.
Oh yeah, I had fun. Yeah,
Thanks
I'm
for stepping in.
so glad you guys had me on. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun.
Let us know if there's any other questions, and I'll probably be signing off here soon.
Yeah, you got any questions?
Oh
You got
man,
any topics?
I don't really have any topics. I've just I've honestly I've just been I've been just having fun answering your guys' questions. Had a couple questions of my own. I think you guys did a great job making questions, having topics. Like it was good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
I think
Let's say welcome in, Noah.
welcome in, Noah.
Welcome in, Noah.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's it.
I think that's
I
it.
think that's it for the stream.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in to the All American Valley Boys stream, and see you guys in the next one.